What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Fandoms Anonymous. We are here today to talk about Captain America's time travel trip. Now, we know at the end of Avengers Endgame that Captain America was tasked with taking all of the Infinity Stones back where they got them from. You know, they got the Tesseract from 1970. They got the Mind Stone from the first Avengers movie during that period of 2012. Taking the Soul Stone back to Vormir, and so on and so forth. As we start this time travel trip, Captain America goes off. They get ready to bring him back. Banner brings him back, or gets ready to bring him back, and he doesn't come back. And Bucky gives off this smile. And what we end up seeing is Bucky recognizing a man sitting over on a bench right near where I believe they were doing this, near the Avengers facility, near that wreckage, or they had finished rebuilding it or whatever. And he tells him to go over. Sam realizes that it is, in fact, Captain America, very old Captain America. Now, we understand that Steve Rogers went back to the 40s and lived out his life with Peggy Carter because he has a ring on his finger. What does that do? Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to alternate timelines, and that brings us to the multiverse. Excuse me. Now, why does Captain America do this? You can go back to a tagline from Peggy Carter where she says, sometimes the best thing we can do is start over. I believe that Steve knew, or he saw the emotion that Tony had with his child. He saw that second chance that Tony talked about that he had, where he was able to raise Morgan and live with Pepper and have a beautiful life. And he knew that second chance for himself was back in the 40s with Peggy Carter. Just feels good to record, guys. I love recording and talking to you guys. He wanted to go back and live that time with her, but he also took the stones back as well. This opens up an alternate universe, and this also opens up the multiverse. And this is something we first started talking about when it came to Doctor Strange, and also when it comes to Ant-Man and the whole quantum realm technology type situation. What does this mean for the future of the MCU? Now, we have one prime timeline. We have the prime timeline. And that prime timeline is everything we've known from these 21, 22 movies throughout the MCU. Now we have an alternate timeline. In our prime timeline, Steve Rogers technically died, went down into the ice, and wasn't on Earth until 2012, where they brought him back to life, okay? In this alternate reality, he had already become Captain America, but what did he do during this time that he went back? Did he meet some people that we can now introduce to the MCU? Did he fight in some wars that he would have fought in if he was still alive during that period of time? Did he come in contact with anything that we don't know about currently? This is a very big, high possibility that we can have some things introduced into the MCU that supposedly happened during this alternate timeline. Not the prime timeline, guys, the alternate timeline where he goes back and lives his life with Peggy. There's so many possibilities. This opens the door for Marvel and Kevin Feige and the team over there to start coming up with stuff to use. And you know they're going to do it right. There's one thing about them. They're going to do it right. This is very, very, very exciting because I know a lot of you guys have been asking, so what happened? This is now an alternate reality that exists. And one thing about comic books, when you have alternate realities, you can pull things from one reality and bring it over into another reality, and it comes a part of that reality, and vice versa. So now we can have something or somebody or some villain, some character come over from this reality that Steve created when he did not come back like he was supposed to, and it can come over into the prime MCU reality that we all know and love, that we all have come to love. All right, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. I want to break this down for you guys so you can understand. I really want to know what Cap did during that entire time. And another thing you guys were asking, how is he still that old? Well, you got to remember he's had the super soldier serum, so he aged very slowly than the average person, which would be like Peggy Carter. So she probably died a long time ago, or probably died at around the same time that we saw her die. So it's very, 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 very highly possible that that's how it played out. But again, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below, whether you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook. You guys know who we are. We're Fandoms Anonymous. We're all over social media, and we appreciate you guys for checking us out, and we'll see you guys in another video.